Hi there, Neil Livingstone here. Today I'd like to talk about uh, how to get the most out of online recruitment sites. So typically the two most popular channels that people use to find and recruit people are online recruitment sites and recruitment agents. And the general rule of thumb is um, they should be contributing about 40 to 60% of your overall recruitment people that you hire. And then there are 9 channels that I talk about. The other 7 usually contributing about half, or the remainder. It's very important nowadays to have an omnipresent channel, but that's not ignoring the fact that online recruitment sites are still the number 1 or 2 channel that people use, and rightly so. So how do you get the most out of online recruitment sites? The first thing I would say is you need to be continually recruiting, particularly for the key roles that you're looking for to grow your business. You want to be slightly ahead of the curve, and therefore continually looking for those people. And when you're finding a good people, you obviously are hiring them. The second point that I make is typically in any one country or sector, there is 1, sometimes 2 online recruitment sites that are leading the pack, way out there. In Australia, in Sydney, seek.com is probably the number 1. There are a few others that are also good. And my advice to clients typically is try at least 2. Usually there's an up-and-coming site, there's a more popular site, and there could be a third one, or there could be 2 really good ones. So in that case, I would recommend doing 3, the up-and-coming site and then the 2 main sites. The reason why I say that is it is a bit of a numbers game, and you will find that people that are on the main one in Australia that seek are a different type of people that are on the up-and-coming site or the second site. So usually it's relatively inexpensive to put jobs on online sites. So yeah, I recommend to get decent coverage. Now, in terms of the ad itself, the copy is very, very important. I could share my screen, and I thought about doing this and showing you examples of terrible ads, and they're probably about 80 to 90% of the ads. They are a job description or a JD. They talk about what the company is looking for, very focused on technical and industry-based skills and experience. And once you've read one of these ads, you've read them all. They're super boring. That's not the way to stand out. This is all about standing out. How you attract good people is exactly the same as the way that you attract good customers. You have to get people's attention, stand out, and get them to take action and apply with you. So the way that you do that in your copy is to focus on the results that they're looking for. Now, in one of my other videos where I talk about interview questions and attributes, I set out typically 9 areas that people are wanting results in. It's what they truly desire. And at the stage of you doing an ad, you don't know which one of those 9s or how many of those 9s are their most important. So you're going to have to guess at this stage, and typically you will do that by talking to your existing employees. Doing a video, and I've done this numerous times for clients, which is, I think, is part of what I'm about to talk about as well. You need to do a video of your current employees talking about why they like working for you, and that needs to go as a link in your online recruitment site. The use of video will, if of itself, help you stand out. And if you're focusing on the benefits that you can give your potential employees, that will make you stand out even more. So everyone's favorite radio station is WIIFM, which is What's in It for Me. So your job ad needs to be absolutely focused on them. Yes, it can talk about some of the skills they need, but it's really focused on what results and outcomes they can expect. And you need to use the standout functionality of your online site that you're on and bullet point way up front what you think the key hot buttons are, or results that people are looking for from taking your role. Now, the next question that people ask me is, should I be putting a salary information there? My personal view, for most jobs in most countries, the answer to that is no, you are not. The process that I like going through is attracting people on the non-financial parts of the business, and then getting to understand what their current financial situation is, so I can build the result that they want. Look, in some cases, it is worth putting. There are very real reasons why you do put financials down there. So it's a little bit horses for courses, but the general rule that I start with is no, that comes out in the interview process. Another fact about how you get the most out of online sites that is very much overlooked is typically when you place an ad, you will get lots of activity in the first, say, 7 days. Usually the ad is up for 30 days. So the speed of response is how a great way of how you get people's attention online. So I always say, some people will leave the ad there for a week and do nothing, do no responses until they've got all the main applicants have come in. My advice is always, don't do that. You need to look at the ad every day, particularly in the first 7 days that's when most people are going to apply. And you need to be contacting those people within same days, actually, would be great, but certainly within the 24 hours of that application coming in. And you may have had this happen to you, or someone said this to you when you've done it, is, wow, you were quick to respond. And that's an acknowledgement right there that you were standing out from the pack and you've got their attention. So that's a super powerful way to find good employees fast. Over the years, I have seen, I would estimate that people don't move fast, and the people that don't move fast typically lose maybe 50% of the people that they would have otherwise wanted to hire, because someone has beaten them to the punch, and the candidate's taken another offer, or the candidate's decided not to take your offer because they haven't been impressed by you. And one of the reasons why they have not been impressed is you have not been decisive and responsive and moved fast. But if they've got nothing else to go on at this stage other than the experience that you're giving them, and if that experience is inspiring and motivating and pleasant and professional, they're going to conclude that that's what it's going to be like working for you. So super important. So the next thing, actually the final thing that I would say is you will need to test your ads. So typically it takes 2, 3, 4 times for you posting an ad and changing it every time to see what works best. So you're going to play around with the copy, particularly the hot buttons that you're pushing in your standout piece of your ad, and you're going to try different things and see if you get different results. Excuse me. It's no different to doing the same for your ads out to customers. You need to do the same for your employees. So I hope you found that helpful. There are some other ways that I can also help you, which are free as well. They're in the links below. I have a masterclass that is a deep dive into, step by step how you can build a 5-star team of people around you. I have an ebook called the 5-Star Employee Attraction System, which does a similar thing, but it's slightly less detailed than the masterclass. I have a LinkedIn group called How to Find Rockstar Employees. So go on to LinkedIn and search under groups, you'll find it there, or there's a link to it below. And finally, if you think that it would be great to jump on a call with me and explore how I could really help you build that team around you fast, click on the link below and you and me will get on a call together and talk some more. Thanks.